Thank you so much for watching RIF TV. Now, this interview is obviously with video, but I don't interview everybody on Zoom. That's why I put it on my Talkin' Rock with Meltdown podcast. We talk to rock artists from all over the genre. So check out Talkin' Rock with Meltdown wherever you get your podcasts. And now to today's video interview.
How are you?
I'm all right, man. Rocking, rolling.
That's right. How are things back on tour?
Amazing, man. This
Yeah.
is such a fun. It's a fun tour because I think like after COVID, we all experienced that. Cabin fever. All of us, right? So to be back doing what we love and back to somewhat normal. And then the shows are packed and people are loving it. And you got that, the nostalgic thing in the air because it's old records. It's fun, man. I love it. It's like finally, it took a while, but we're all back and enjoying it, having fun, playing our asses off every night. It's great. It's really,
And
really cool.
I know that you're a road dog, so you must have really been hurting during this pandemic, huh?
Oh, I had the full on cold chills. Get me out of here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nah, but it was cool, man. I did some stuff at home. I record 2 records, which was cool. I did one with my kid. I really wanted to do that with my youngest one, Igor. So we did Go Ahead and Die, which is like this, metal punk project. We don't care, just for the fun of playing metal, just because of the love of metal. And I got a chance to work on a new Soulfly that comes out in August, so I used my time good. I did a lot of max tracks on Facebook, playing guitar for the fans, and spent some time, my 2 birthdays at home, which is really rare because the last 30 years, all my birthdays are on the road.
That's right. Yeah. And it's funny you mention that because for years, the way you reach the fans is you go out and see them. You go out and meet and greets and you go out and play in front of them. And now you're stuck in your house. And we got this great thing called the internet and social media. And you can actually react to it. You can interact with the fans that way too.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't go as crazy as some other people did. I just went kind of like, it was actually my wife's idea. She's like, you have all this huge catalog of songs. You love playing guitar in the living room. This is where I record all my music. Why don't you just play your riffs, show them how you play your riffs, and have a little, one-on-one on the internet with the whole world. It was cool, man. They grow. It got a lot of people watching. It was unscripted. It was pure live. So kind of everything goes, and very punk rock setup. I didn't spend any money on it. I didn't want to. Like, no, I'm not getting I'm using a $5 Radio Shack microphone and proud of it.
Right. Some of the younger people are listening right now going, what is Radio Shack? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're the same age. I know that it's funny. You're talking about that. Can you imagine a young Max Cavalera watching, I don't know, Tony Iommi explain how he does his stuff on the internet? That would have been wild.
This is the seed of the idea. This is what kind of like drove me to like, yeah, let's do it. This is going to be fun because you're right. If I was when I was 13, if I got to sit at home with a computer and watch Tony Iommi in his living room, This is how I play Iron Man. Check this out. I would lose my mind. This is so cool. I would lose it really, literally. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of, you understand a little bit of the psychic of the fan. And to me, because I'm a fan of the music myself, I got to do cool things like, hey guys, check out these bands. This is what I'm listening to right now. Why don't you guys check some of those bands? And the bands I mentioned, they lost their minds. Like, holy shit, Max fucking mentioned our names, man. This is the greatest thing ever. It was cool. But I end up going on tour. I might do it again when I come home because it was a thing was done for the pandemic, but I had so much fun doing it, and I had so many songs that I can just keep on doing it. Maybe I'll put a little infrastructure, still have a punk rock spirit, but maybe a little bit like better background or something, but with the same spirit. But yeah, apart from that, just it was doing that and got to enjoy, like I said, 2 birthdays at home. That's over now. I'm back on tour. I'm gonna be, my next birthday is in Brazil. So yeah, it's back on the road birthdays again.
So you just mentioned, how you got this, this huge catalog of songs, obviously over a 30+ year career. So talk about that. Of course, in this tour, you're doing, songs from Beneath the Remains and Arise. You can really pick and pluck, and you're at that time of your career where you can pretty much kind of write your own thing, huh? It's like you ask the fans what they want. You can dictate wherever you want to go with this tour and what you're playing, huh?
There's so many cool things we can do, man. It's cool. It's like an open canvas if you think about it. Like, there's been all kinds of crazy ideas. We thought about so many different ones. There was one that was like, it would be cool if you had like a almost like a Vegas residency, and you could play in I don't know, 7 days. You can play 7 different records, a different record every day. Just pick my 7 favorite albums of my whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been something cool to do. That, I'm loving doing this because this is like me and my brother again. We grew up playing together, so I have this bond with him that's unbreakable. We didn't speak for 10 years. It was freaking hard, but now we're great again, great terms, and we just want to enjoy life. And it's cool because we were one of the last few brother survivors of that era. When you talk Dimebag and Vinny and Alex and Edward,
yeah,
are no longer with us anymore, man. So we're like last survivors of that brother in bands generation that get. And we're both, in quite good health. And our minds a little questionable there, but it's just so fun, man. And I really, really, this tour, to me, really kind of like, I don't know, something click. We play Baltimore, the Death Fest, Maryland Death Fest. And it was insane. The reaction we got was like, something like that I don't get to see a lot. It was really kind of like every band person I talked to, that it was like, this show changed my life. This was the greatest show. And I don't really remember doing nothing extra special. You just play the songs. Maybe the secret was just play the fucking songs.
Maybe the secret was sit at home for 2 years and not be able to see them.
Right. What something, man. I don't know. But
yeah,
that show, especially that show, there was so much buzz around that show after that was done. That was kind of incredible. Like, we felt really, really cool about it. It was like because we were a little bit nervous, kind of like that anxiety, nervous thing. It's there's 6,000-7,000 people there. We hit it right at the right time. The sun was still on, but it was getting dark.
Uh-huh.
So halfway through the set got dark. It was like, yes, this is so perfect. And we just went on one, like, I joke with Igor. I say, let's do the Ramones style tonight, because Ramones was like that, one song after the other. They did not talk to the crowd. So we use the Ramones method. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the secret. I don't know. Whatever it is, it was fucking awesome and amazing. And what a great memory to be part of something like that. When you're in the music for a long time like this, the moments like that, they really honestly surprise you, that you're not expecting. I roll with life like, of course I do what I love, but sometimes I'm not expecting shit to just be like, oh, that was amazing, man, that was insane. We were a little bit like taken back, like, whoa, shit, that was, wow, that was something cool happened here, man. We did something really special on this tour. So that kind of carry on the whole tour. Now we're feeling every night feels kind of very special, and maybe, of course, those songs are old. They're 30 years old, so they're imprinted in a lot of people's DNA.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, you talk about your relationship with your brother and stuff. Have you ever talked about I mean, obviously you're lucky to be able to do that. There aren't many people that can say they do that, whether it be in sports or bands or whatever. And I met Dime a few times. I knew Vinny pretty well. Did you ever talk about that kind of stuff with any of these other guys about, brothers in a band and, hey, does your brother do this to you when you're on stage or, anything like that?
Yeah, well, I was talking to Dino actually, because Dino from Fear Factory played with Soulfly,
Yeah.
And he was reminding me, hey, your brother, I remember watching you guys back in the day. Your brother would be playing, he'd be spitting at your back. and I told Dino, that's out of love. It's a love spit. You don't understand. It's a brotherly love spit. It's very special, But yeah, I remember talking to Dime. He really liked that. He liked the family aspect of it. He thought that was cool because we had little kids with us. Yeah, Zion and Igor were youngsters, man, 3 years old, 4 years old.
Yeah.
Sleeping in cabinets, while Pantera's playing, they're sleeping on Pantera's cabinets, man. Like that's cool. There's I got photos of that actually. There's a great photo. There's Zion with a blanket, with the earphones, Igor sucking his thumb, and then there's Ozzy in the background with his hands up, man. It's such a rock and roll picture because you got two little kids sleeping and Ozzy with the hands. It's it's classic, man. It's classic. So he loved Dimebag loved the family aspect of it, and that's still alive today. We take our kids, try to as much as we can, touring with my brother. Of course, my wife's always on tour. She's one of the few managers that travels with the band and make sure everything runs smooth. That's a huge plus.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of bands don't have that. Our ship runs tight. Everything is good, man. We got everything's it's cool. It runs like a cool ship. And
well, of course it runs great because she's running it. If she left up to us, who knows what would happen?
Right, exactly, man. we can be in charge of this kind of stuff.
That's right.
And then we got my son's brother is opening the whole Beneath Their Main Arise thing. They're called Healing Magic, and they're just a 2-piece, and they're getting a great reaction. They're brand new. They're trying. I told you I had a great talk with myself. Say, hey, listen, it's gonna be some people that gonna give you the evil eye. They might flip you off.
Right.
You might get it better than me because I got it hard. I remember playing with Ozzy and big fat bikers holding a beer going Ozzy, get the hell out of the stage, man. I want to see Ozzy, god damn it. It was cool. I had to expect that. That's the path to what you're doing. You got to go through that. That's actually, those are growing pains. Those are really good. Absorb them, take it in, enjoy it. So yeah, it was cool. And actually they're doing really, really good, man. I'm really excited for them. They're selling a good amount of merch every night. They get a great reaction. And the tour is just going great. Yeah, we got I think 4 more weeks left or something like that. And it's fantastic. I think we got stuff booked for the rest of the year, which is great. Like I said, we're going to South America after this. Soulfly's got an European tour, all kinds of stuff. The new album comes out in August. So I kind of switch back and forth with Soulfly, Cavalera, maybe Killer BQ next year. Also, there's been some talkings about that. Hopefully we can do something.
Yeah, it's you got a lot on your plate. No, I remember just by listening to you talk about that. Do you remember that tour Clash of Titans back in the early 90s? Alice in Chains opened up for that. And Jerry Cantrell one time told me that's where they earned their bones because talk about that. I mean, it's like Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax. And here's this baby band, Alice in Chains, no one's ever heard of. You want to talk about being flipped off every night.
You know what? The funniest thing about that? That was our spot.
What happened?
That was the Sepultura spot. We got kicked out. I don't know.
Oh, is that right?
I have no idea. I don't know exactly who, how, when.
I've never heard that story before.
Yeah, we got kicked out, and that's why Gloria came up with New Titans on the Block, which was us, Napalm Death, Sick of It All, and Sacred Reich, because we were a little bit pissed about Clash of the Titans kicking us out, and then they put Alice in Chains in. Like, have fun, Alice in Chains. This is gonna be great. You don't know what you're in for, man. You should have left Sepultura play there, man.
All right, let's talk about the box set here. The Soul Remains Insane, which first of all is an awesome an awesome title for this box set. I watched you unwrap it the other day, and we were just talking about younger kids not knowing anything about Radio Shack. And now, did you ever think you'd be putting these records out on vinyl? I mean, it seems almost insane, I guess, to use the pun.
I love it. I'm a big vinyl freak collector. I have a lot of cool stuff, rare. I have a really old original first pressing of Sex Pistols.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I saved my Ride the Lightning that I cut my hair for when I was a teenager.
That's the first record I ever bought. I have that particular album, and mine's in pretty good shape. So yeah.
Mine's beat up, but it's still good, But I cut my hair for that, when I was a youngster, and that one is one of my pride, joy, and collections. But yeah, man, I love it, and it was Gloria's idea to do the box set, and again, she has all these great ideas, and I was like, let's make it as cool as possible. Let's try to give the fans tangible, something that they can hold and spend time with it. That's why. We did that awesome booklet, all these cool pictures, you can see it's a little bit, it's kind of our new metal phase, you got colored spiked hairs and dreadlocks, and a lot of sports shirts, a lot of colors, a lot of green, but I love the booklet. I love the records, man. And it's so to hold it. When I got it, I spent a whole afternoon listening to it like a fan would have done it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really, really enjoyable. I really enjoy it. And the name, I don't know. We had a song called "The Song Remains Insane" on the first Soulfly, which of course is a little play on Zeppelin.
Right.
The song remains the same, and then came the idea, so I just call it "The Soul Remains Insane," which is referring to Soulfly. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna do 2 more of those. So we do the next 4 records, and then which will be Dark Ages, Conquer, Omen, and Enslaved, and then Archangel. I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. Archangel, Ritual. No, I fucked up already. I don't know. There's too many of them.
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna try to do 4, 4, and 4, and that should be pretty cool. Like again with the booklet, a lot of extra tracks, whatever we can find that's extra, because there's a lot of cool recordings of that time, really cool jams that we did. Because we toured a lot during those years. I think we opened for. Like Morbid Angel, we opened we toured with Slayer. There's an amazing YouTube video of us in the Montreux Jazz Festival. That was us and Slayer. It was the only metal bands I think they ever had at that time. It was incredible. Such a prestigious jazz festival, And then you put Slayer and Soulfly there. It's like, what the hell is going on here? But it was a great show. There's a great video on it.
That's cool. Yeah, the box set looks awesome. And not to get off on a tangent about vinyl, but I think one of my prized records is I got a Beatles Butcher album, the Phase 2, where the stickers on it.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, there's something cool about the vinyl, right? The connection. I hope that the new generation, you can get all your music online and all that, but if you really love it, get it on vinyl. You can smell the vinyl. There's a whole ritual that goes with the needle. Do not lose that, man. It's an amazing way of listening to music. The vinyl way,
And finally, here we'll cut you loose in a second. The new album's coming out August 5th. Totem. Of course, I'm assuming it'll be out on vinyl. Right nowadays, all the vinyl stuff is backed up. Are you guys on schedule or what?
Yeah, we're on schedule. The vinyls are all lined up.
Okay.
We're very excited for it. I love the cover, the big totem pole in the middle with all the spirit animals. We're very excited, man. This is gonna be. We already released one song, Superstition. which was about the Superstition Mountains in Arizona. Got a couple more that's gonna come up in like videos and things like that. And then hopefully we get to do a tour. But yeah, that's gonna be on vinyl as well. So it's gonna be cool.
That's August 5th. Ecstasy of Gold. Is that the Ecstasy of Gold that we know?
No, that's I have this thing of sometimes I like a name and I've seen it's already been used, but I really like the name, so I'm gonna use it anyway.
Well, next record you can have one called Iron Man or something.
Right. I did it with Roots. I remember when we first did Roots, the label hated the name and they're like, sounds like a reggae compilation. I was like, trust me. When we put the Roots gonna be metal, it's a metal Roots. You don't understand. And eventually became, the Roots is now it's kind of a symbolic metal record.
Yeah.
You still have the reggae, of course, but we kind of changed the mentality of people a little bit on that. But yeah, no, the Ecstasy of Gold I love the Ennio Morricone version of it, of course, but yeah, it was just a track name, so we're pretty excited for this record. I think it captured a really old school feeling. The producer and the Arthur and me really clicked, and there's something really special about this album that I think is gonna really appeal to a lot of people that like my stuff throughout all the years.
Yeah, and David Ellison, by the way, wanted me to ask you real fast about the Prophecy video. Was there something that happened in the Prophecy video that was a fun story or anything, or no?
No, not that I remember. It was a fun video. Dave is on the video with us, which is cool.
Ask him about when we shot the Prophecy video in the Monument Valley, Utah. I don't know. That video is awesome, obviously. But...
Yeah. No, it was sacred land. They let us shoot there, and we had the license from the Navajos, so we were where nobody could go. We were, standing on sacred land.
Oh,
which was amazing. But yeah, it was cool. Dave came on tour for 3 days with us. They're like, you guys are too punk rock for me, man. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's the best. Like, I love it, but I cannot hang with you guys. You guys are too crazy, man. All right, that's cool.
Dave is a good man. There's no doubt. So, well, the song remains insane. Of course, you got Totem coming out August 5th as well. And Max, I don't know, are you playing anywhere in Detroit coming up or no?
I hope soon. Hopefully, end of the year or next year.
Yeah, the next
everybody knows.
Yeah,
I'm a Lions fans.
Are you really? Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, from the heart, Lions.
I'm sorry about that, by the way.
Everybody is, man. Everybody is.
Well, we can't all be perfect, I guess. So.
Right? Yeah, I pick a metal underdog team that likes pain.
Well, then
the Lions are slaves of pain.
No, I moved here in 1995 from Buffalo, where we went to 4 Super Bowls, and I came here, and this town has almost kind of single-handedly sucked the love of football right out of me, although I did get to see Barry Sanders play, so,
That's cool. You got to be done.
So, all right,
my man.
Hey, thank you so much.
All right, my brother. Speak to you soon.